All right, welcome to another episode. On this episode, I am going to show you my room, which is located just up there. As you can see, the windows open. I am above the shop, which is quite convenient as I'm able to just pop down and get any snacks and drinks if I do feel like it. So yeah, man, I think it's about time to show you how I be living in China, y'all. It's like an MTV Cribs China style. Let's get it. And welcome to my room. It is very basic. I use a sheet to go at the bottom as there's a gap underneath the door for bugs to get in. And yeah, I ain't trying to have no intruders, y'all. No unwelcome guests, you know what I mean? A few bugs get in every now and then, but not many, which I'm thankful for, as other students have had a lot of issues with bugs getting into their room, so I'm thankful for that. But yeah, it's very basic in my room. You know, 2 beds, my bed that I sleep on, and then the bed that I keep my clothes nice and neatly folded on. I've got my flute, my beads and that. Obviously all of my electronics here, the chargers underneath. So yeah, and of course not to forget a picture of my little Baba, who is due in a few months. And yeah, I've got my tripod. I'm actually using it for my towels. Got my own sofa, which I barely use, and then the view out of my window, which you would have seen already. But here is the view out of my window. I would say is a pretty beautiful view. The mountains in the distance, the gardens right ahead with the temples at the top. So another thing in China I found is heaters are very uncommon. Not to say that there isn't any heaters in China, there is, but you know, just as a standard, we don't tend to have many heaters. So this is the air conditioner, and yeah, it blows out warm air. It doesn't really have much of an effect. So let me tell you, when I arrived here at the beginning of the month, it was very cold. We were hitting lows of -1 degrees, and this room hadn't been used for God knows how long. So it was extremely cold in here. Obviously turning the heater on, I was hoping that it was gonna have an impact. It didn't. I struggled for the first few days because it was, like I say, extremely cold, very hard to warm up. I had 2 quilt covers, yet still wasn't very helpful. I was sleeping in shorts, jogging bottoms, t-shirt, vest, t-shirt and hoodie, with the hood up, with my hat on. And yeah, at that stage, you know, the first couple of days I was thinking, boy, I don't know if I'm gonna make it, man, but persevered. Luckily and thankfully, the weather has warmed up. We are now experiencing highs of like 21 degrees, lows of like 7 at the moment, so it's not too bad. The room is a lot warmer, which I'm very, very grateful for. Now, as for the beds, this is an interesting one. You know, we're used to like mattresses, that kind of like memory foam kind of experience when we're laying down. Here in China, we don't have that. Now, if you look at the frame of the bed, pretty solid, you know what I mean? Now, obviously, I'm not sleeping on that one, I'm sleeping on this one. So if I pull this back here, we've got the sheet, and then we've got 1, 2, which are kind of like quilt covers, 2 mattress protectors, and then again, the same. So this is actually quite solid, not very soft at all. So very, very far away from what we're used to back in the UK. Like I say here, if you can see, very firm. Yeah, it took some time to get used to, of course, because I've been sleeping on a mattress now for like half a year. I did spend a period of time sleeping on the floor, but yeah, now that I'm used to it, it's not a problem at all. And one thing that did make a difference, shout out to one of the students who's left now, is they gave me a heated blanket, an electric blanket. Put that underneath the sheet, turn that on. Game changer, you know, that really enabled me to be able to rest and be warm, you know. Don't need it as much now, just due to the rising temperature, but it's very good to have. So right onto the bathroom. Again, very simple, you know. Thankfully I've got a mirror, as some of the students don't actually have a mirror. As you can see, it's not high spec or anything like that, not at all. In the toilet, which has a unique flushing system, you know. And yeah, and then the shower. Now, I don't know if you would have seen Karate Kid with Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. Well, in that movie, close to the beginning, Jaden Smith is saying to Jackie Chan, like, how do you use the shower? And Jackie Chan turns around and says, you have to use the switch. He's like, you don't have a switch in America? And Jaden's like, no. He's like, get a switch, save the planet, right? So what we have here is you actually have to turn the shower on. Now it says 35, I don't know what, like that's a temperature I believe, but I don't know whether that's in centigrade or Fahrenheit. And you can set what temperature you want it to go to. So I always keep it high because I like it hot, you don't know the thing. And then yeah, you have to let this heat up. So now the shower will gradually start heating up to the desired temperature, and then when it gets there, boom, you're ready to go. If the temperature's too low, what tends to happen is the hot water doesn't last for very long. So say for instance, I've got it on 35, which is what happened to me when I first used it when it was freezing cold. I think that the water was warm for like 3-4 minutes and then it just started getting cold. So the higher the temperature again, the longer that you have hot water for, which is very important, especially when it's cold, because I remember the water getting cold, I wasn't able to shower properly, I didn't even wash, I ended up just like turning the shower off, putting clothes back on, and just getting into bed. So yeah, very simplistic living in the yard. You know what I mean? This is where I am for the next 10 and a half weeks. Yeah, 11 and a half weeks. And yeah, just making it my home, you know, gradually getting bits and pieces to make it more comfy. I got myself a kettle, which is a game changer, able to have my hot drinks in the morning and in the evening. You know, like I've got my strainer, because a lot of the tea in China is actually loose tea. My tea is in here, so it's actually loose tea, which of course if you're just pouring that into a mug, you might end up getting all of these bits in your mouth. So this is what I use to make my tea. As you can see, it's got the remnants of the tea in the bottom, and it's just got a little filter at the top to stop it from coming out. Got some acacia honey, incredible, my favorite honey, and really cheap as well. I got some goji berries that I got given, and yeah, like, you know, just little things. I've got my big bottle of water which I use for the kettle. I've got some juices from downstairs at the shop, some coconut water, my bottles of water, fruit, of course my grooming stuff's important to keep me looking fresh and flat, and then on to the snizzaks. Oh yeah, so in there's some Snickers and some sweets, got some popcorn, we've got a yogurt back here. I don't even know what these are, yeah, but they are so yummy. Like, I think like I've eaten 2 bags already since I've been here, and the shop's just restocked. So I decided to get another 2 bags, y'all. So yeah, this is my room. Very simple, very basic, you know. Got my books, my journal, some tissue beside my bed, just in case. Some Cobra Balm. I call it Cobra Balm, not Tiger Balm, because it's got a picture of a cobra on the front, and it is way stronger than Tiger Balm. You put it on at 7 o'clock in the evening, that shit is still burning out your blood clot at 1 o'clock in the morning. Wake up and you're like, rot head. So yeah, this is my room. Simplified living, which I enjoy. You know, going back to basics, keeps you humble, and also it helps me stay thankful for all of the luxuries, all of the privileges that I do have, you know, back at home. So yeah, not to forget my incense for creating that ambiance, you know, when I'm meditating, when I'm journaling, reading, yeah, just having that vibe. Something I love to do at home is light an incense or burn some sage, so game changer, you know what I'm saying? So, not really much more to show you, y'all. Not really much more to show you, but I thought, hey, let me give you an insight into where I stay. You know, when it comes to going for food, food is like a 10-minute walk up the hill, so you gotta earn your food, god damn. But it's not bad, it's okay, because you get your steps in, you get a little bit of workout in. You help the food digest after you've eaten as well, so it's all positive. We focus on the positives and not the negatives, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, here we are in China, simple living, you know, Shaolin training. What can you ask for? Taking it back to basics so that one can focus on developing the mind, the body, the soul, and just continue to become an even better version of self. You know, practice gratitude and focus on the things that are important in life, you know. So yeah, that's what it is and that's what it be. I will catch you on the flip side. To all of my G's, yeah man, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and thank you for watching. It's much appreciated, y'all. Catch you on the flip side. Peace and love.